Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
What's up, everybody? How you doing? Glad you can join me. This is the MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries Shadow of Kerensky launch trailer. It's a mouthful. It's finally here. It is basically 5-ish days until launch, you could say, of the DLC, so it's about time. But I'll get into that a little bit later. What I wanted to do is I want to do a reaction to this trailer. I have it loaded up, ready to go. It's 2 minutes, so there will be some pausing here and there, I'm sure, just to get an idea out before potentially forgetting it, because it's probably going to be loud, and I don't want to have to talk over that. But also, after the reaction and some thoughts on that, I want to give some other thoughts to the DLC and some wrap-up conclusionary thoughts to get us into Shadow Kerensky when it comes out September 3rd. Looking forward to it. So let's get after it with this trailer.
Commander! We are still drawing fire from our mystery hostiles.
Nice.
What's the sit rep?
Whatever happened here is happening all across the Corwood systems. All have been hit by these mystery raiders.
This is the start of a full-scale invasion. Please, help us!
Nice.
We were able to hold the line and beat back a wave of hostiles calling themselves Clan Wolf.
So they can be beat.
That's a cool ship. Okay, so that's, I'm assuming, Mason, Fahad, and Rihanna, new updated models for them in the cinematic. Also, seems like time has not taken its toll in a negative way, but they have aged, which makes sense considering time has passed from MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries to where we are with Shadow of Kerensky. I never did care for Fahad that much, so I don't know how critical of a role he's going to play. He always was just kind of annoying with the way they use him. Hopefully they kind of are doing better with that. But I understand where they were going with Fahad. It just wasn't for me. So that looks like Clan Wolf colors. Talking about beating back Clan Wolf, we'll get into that and let's continue.
Need to get to Rosselhag.
That guy looks like he's stoned out of his mind. The eyes, the mostly. I can't remember his name, but he was the guy that helped us, our contact that really helped us in getting revenge against Black Inferno, and then Comstar a little bit. But yeah, he just looks obliterated. He would be pretty old, so I guess that's fair, but yeah, that caught me off guard. All right. Yep, the biome's looking good. Jump ships with their solar sails out. I know we've seen that before, but I feel like that's an older thing we've seen outside of artwork, of course. That's really cool. That's how they recharge their Kearney Fushida drives. So I like that we're seeing the solar sails. We don't typically get to see them. Does it matter? No, it's just really cool nonetheless. So, all right. Nice little surprise. Moving on. All right, it's a Clan extended range medium laser. Does it tell us the range? Yeah, kinda. Yeah, it's definitely I got the range. I am curious how the mech lab's gonna look.
Not all valuable intel was wiped out.
The bull shark.
How do I fit in all this? Why rescue me?
Because you have something that might help us uncover who these clans really are and what they want.
What's going on here? Is this our dropship? Is it getting raided? Is that somebody gone rogue? So it looks like, you know, saying that he has something that could give us a clue to the clan's origins might be that link branching off thing for Mason's origins or his family, his father and whatnot. Could be interesting.
You Reavers did it without our best warriors there to defend it.
That was your mistake.
You could have killed someone.
3, 2, 1, launch!
Look at the bright side, kid. We play our cards right. We get to keep all the money.
He really looks like he's on something. Nope. All right, so possibly a little bit more looking at different aspects of the dropship, which is pretty cool. But yeah, that's the trailer. I like it. I like how little they're actually telling us. And that's a good thing. That's not a quip against them. I like how little they're actually telling us. It's a good thing because we get some hype without getting completely spoiled for intel and what have you. So, pretty cool. It's going to finish wrapping up my thoughts here while some random either footage or imagery goes up. I haven't decided yet as of speaking, but I'll figure it out. In any case, I am curious how faithful, quote unquote, this video game will stay to the lore. Obviously, it's all what's been called apocryphal. For example, MechWarrior 5 Clans, the amount of enemy assets we wipe out in a particular mission isn't necessarily true to what went down, right? Maybe in the actual lore, 7 things are taken out, not 15, right? Doesn't matter. Because video game needs video game challenge and funness to it, so that's not a complaint. I'm just saying that's part of stuff to keep in mind when it comes to video games and that are based on a certain lore event in a setting. Doesn't have to be BattleTech. But what I'm really curious about is this whole the wolf thing. Since we are on contract with Razzlehague, it looks like in the very beginning, according to what they tell us. I figured one of the things we would encounter is probably Clan Wolf. And to say that, you know, they can be beaten, I'm assuming they mean in a single engagement. Because Clan Wolf suffered 0 actual losses in terms of taking a system. They took every single one of their systems. In fact, there are only, prior to the Battle of Takayed, there are only 3 systems that failed to be taken across all 4 invasion corridors. So I'm curious how and what is going down here. Not that I'm worried. I'm not like pitchforking or anything. I'm excited for it. Even though I am a clan fan, and so this is technically on the wrong side. That's okay. It's still fun to pilot mechs and do stuff. So yeah, really curious to see how the story is gonna go. How do we get that bull shark? Are we going to learn about Mason and his father, particularly, and where he potentially comes from, what ties there might be? Because that was heavily set up even back in the standard vanilla campaign stuff. So, finally, we're going to bear some fruit on that, it seems. That's what they said, and that's kind of what it seems like. They didn't really talk about hero pilots or the academies or anything. They did an article on that, but this what do you call it, trailer, that's the word, they didn't bring up anything about it, which is fine. I feel like that would have probably slowed down the pacing they were going for. But I really like the OMG, what's going on, who is attacking us, why is this so poorly, you know, one-sided right now, and everything else. That aspect, which would make a whole lot of sense in the opening stages of the invasion when the Innistrad literally knew nothing about what was attacking them. So I just think they're doing a good job with this trailer, or did, I should say, a good job with this trailer. I'm looking forward to the campaign. 12 missions. I don't know how far into from 3050 towards 3057 the campaign itself is going to go, or what else is going to carry us mission-wise after the campaign to get to 3057, but I am looking forward to it personally. Really cool, but I gotta say, and it isn't just PGI. I mean, they do the Mech Warrior stuff, and they've been great stewards. But it's also for BattleTech in general. Strut your stuff more. Show us what you got more. You got it. Show it off. Right? Shadow Kerensky. The Ghost Bear DLC for MechWarrior 5 Clans, right? Announcement. A little bit of tidbit stuff after that, and then silence. And then, like, T-minus 1 week, effectively, announcements. And then 5 days to go or so, a trailer, if not even close to the launch. It's not enough. I mean, it works. It looks great. And when I say not enough, what I mean is you got the goods, show it off, right? Generate that hype. There's gonna be stuff to back it up. Keep it in people's mind and on discussions, you know, more frequently. Is all I would have to say there. Anyways, with that said and out of the way, what did you like about the trailer the most? Let me know in the comment section. Always am curious your thoughts. If you made it this far, consider alpha striking that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. It helps out the channel by dealing some damage to that algorithm, because that's the real final boss, right? But I really liked that we got to see jump ships with their sails out, only because that's an uncommon thing to see in a modern cinematic for BattleTech, in my opinion anyway. We got to see some more of Clan Wolf stuff, which is just cool, because alluding to an eventual DLC for Clans, although I think Jade Falcon will happen before Wolf. We didn't get to see much of who was speaking. That was a Clan Warrior, but I thought I saw green on like a suit or whatever, so maybe Jade Falcon? I don't know. I'm assuming perhaps what was being alluded to there maybe was the Battle of Twycross when it was retaken. Anyways, really cool stuff. Plenty of speculation to happen, but luckily we don't have to wait long for that to happen. So I'm looking forward to sinking my claws into this game, if you will, and having some fun with it. What are your thoughts? Like I said, let me know in the comment section what stood out to you in the trailer most of all. Maybe it wasn't as silly as jump ship with sails. That just really stood out to me. And the guy who I can't remember his name of, even though I just was doing stuff in MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries the other day, he was our contact with Interstellar Exploration. He just looks like he's on something, like hitting the medicinal a little too much or something. I don't know. It's just kind of caught me kind of funny, but still it doesn't look bad. Just wasn't expecting that, because I wasn't expecting, for some reason, aging to happen, which of course makes sense because time passed. Anyways, I'm rambling on. Thanks so much for tuning in, and until next time, take care.